for MSME access to equity markets and impact investments. So there'll be new guarantee and insurance products, which will be announced soon. So access to technology, which is very important. So to bridge the gap between technological innovations and MSMEs to help them grow among global value chains. So you may be aware that we have a scheme called as Technology Incubation Scheme, where we are giving incubators we are giving finance to set up incubators throughout the country. This year, around 329 incubators have been sanctioned in different technical institutes throughout the country. So initially 1 crore is being given to set up infrastructure, and depending on ideas, each idea is being given a seed capital up to 20 lakhs, limited to maximum 10 ideas per incubator. So again, India Green Tech Open Challenge, this is also yet to be announced. So another very important, infrastructure and logistics support. So like industrial estate zones, MSME zones, plug and play common facilities, energy support, water for MSMEs like EAP plus convergence, digital infra, Ministry of IT and plus CSE and SPV. CSE SPV is a common service sector which has tied up with me. Center of the India Enterprise Portal has been launched.
Sir, we are losing Akada sir's talk.
Very is being planned for transport and logistics. Yeah. Shall I complete this and take the, that will be better.
Sir, your voice is cut, sir.
The screen is blank. No, you are visible, sir.
Hello, sir.
No, you are visible.
Sir, your voice is cutting, sir. Hello. Sir, you're gone off the. If you can, your thing is gone, sir. Your voice is gone, sir. Hello, your voice is gone, sir. So can you rejoin, sir? Hello. Hello. Sir, your voice is gone, sir. Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. Sir, your voice is gone, sir. Yes, sir. Please reconnect, sir.
Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Can we hear you? Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I was disconnected. I was disconnected. In fact, I don't know.
Please continue, sir.
Uh, slide is about export facilitation initiative.
Sir, can you go to the previous slide, sir?
Every
That was missing.
development institute has a facilitation center. Yeah. Okay. So we are in a position to guide or provide all the information about exports to an entrepreneur whoever visits our development institutes. Of course, it is just started. We will be needing some more time to be more conversant with all the procedures. In fact, we are organizing a lot of conferences and awareness programs and educative programs on export marketing. And of course, cluster development is also a main thing where we are clubbing almost, everything is getting converged into clusters finally. Most of our important schemes are getting converged to clusters. Of course, you may be aware we are sponsoring eligible units for foreign trade fairs, expos and all. Up to 75% reimbursement and up to 100% in certain cases are being given. This is important regarding ease of doing business and policy governance. Transparency, see the growth orientation, transparency based change in definition of MSME is in the offing. Of course, there are some policy changes are being planned. Of course, we are yet to know. I can't comment more on this now. Of course, you may be knowing about MSME Samman and Samadhan portals, which mainly tackle the delayed payment problems. Of course, trust on direct benefit transfer. This is going on not only in MSMEs, almost all the sectors. DBT is being focused. Of course, MSME code, a compendium of MSME related laws and regulations is being prepared. Of course, this portal is going to be the nodal point for all the support which will be given in the future. Because there are totally around 22. I want to take it fast because we can have more interactions later. So the following ongoing schemes have been restructured and upscaled: lean manufacturing, design clinic, IPR facilitation, zero effects and zero defect, that is Z, and energy efficiency. So you may be knowing there is a design center established in Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, where many of the MSMEs are getting benefited for finalizing their design, and they're also getting finance for this. Of course, communication, outreach, and dialogue. So this is a MSME helpline supported by state government, associations, social enterprises, voluntary organizations. Dialogue with stakeholders for policy development, scheme improvement, grievance redressal. So this communication strategy is being planned, which is going to come up soon. So investment promotion and convergence. See, this is how the ongoing MSME schemes are aligned with the MSME ecosystem. You can just have a look. These are the schemes on the first column and the ecosystem on the subsequent columns. So this is how the ecosystem is being planned. Of course, this will take time to study. If you want, we can share this later on. So this is the final list of projects being planned: long-term investments and externally aided projects of $8 billion, which is on the annual projects already approved by the screening committee of DEA. One is cluster development, strengthening MSME cluster ecosystem through enterprise development centers. So Asian Development Bank, $500 million is the project cost. And productivity and competitiveness, it is a World Bank project of $1,000 million. Energy efficiency is a Greening India projects, making MSMEs more energy efficient. This is a World Bank project with $480 million project. And last mile connectivity is the integrated transport and logistics services support for MSMEs. With this is again a World Bank project with $2,920. So these are the already approved projects, and these are the projects under preparation. One is access to finance, addressing gaps of financial ecosystems for MSME. The ADB project of $1,000 million. An energy efficiency project is under preparation. And solar energy products for MSMEs under Indo-German Energy Partnership. That's with KfW, it's an agency of $1,000 million. And energy efficiency is a energy security programs and initiatives for MSMEs. It's again AIIB with the $1,000 million project. So these are being in the pipeline. So this is the new existential threat to Indian MSMEs. So the ministry is planning to address the immediate threats thrown up by COVID-19, such as liquidity crisis, labor shortage, fall in demand, delayed payments, and pending dues. And you may be aware some of the things are already, some of the steps are already being taken. And there's a need for coordination of comprehensive response by departments and ministries. But direct support is required from multiple stakeholders, including SIDBI, multilateral organizations, World Bank, ADB corporations, and CSR, etc. These are also, I think, already initiated. Linkage with industry association will enable rapid response to the needs. Rapid piloting of experimental solution to mitigate impact from lockdowns. Deploy successful intervention at scale in the country. So these are the actions which are being planned for this COVID-19 threat. So what is the outcome expected from this program? Greater MSME sector contribution to the country's GDP, exports and employment generation, improved support for natural ecosystem based on MSMEs, especially in agro and rural enterprises, art-based enterprises, khadi and tiny enterprises, then greater convergence of professional management of the schemes and programs implemented by various department ministries for MSME sector. In fact, we want to look after not only the MSME ministry, we want to integrate all those schemes, maybe by different ministries, which are going on for MSME, because there's a confusion of different schemes by different ministries. So we want to have an integrated approach for all the schemes. This is being planned. Of course, improvement of MSME productivity and product quality leading to export promotion and import substitutions. So all these details are being worked out with the help of World Bank and ADB teams. This is actively going on now. So this is a presentation which I've gone through, quickly, and I hope you get something out of this. And I wish we will have more interactions now. My colleague, Mr. Gopinath Rao, who is a deputy director, he's also joined in this meeting. So even he will take up some of the questions if you want. So once again, thanks for hearing. And I do want to tell again and again what are the difficulties being faced. Everyone what are the difficulties, and you're all facing. And it's a very bad time for all. Instead of telling the more and more problems, I think let's focus on the brighter areas. There are so many positive things I came to know. Even you may be knowing, because India as a country and the economy is totally different compared to other European or American infra or American scenario. So it is likely that the opportunities become more after this COVID menace. So let's hope, let us look into the positive side of this problem, and And what I need is more associations and NGOs come forward and bring the problems to us so that we can, we can really focus these all problems to our headquarters, to the ministry, and we'll try to help. And you may be knowing our officers, our entire office is working day and night, even on holidays, helping entrepreneurs. All our officers are listening actively to all the people, all the enterprise in problem, and especially the labor problem, getting a pass or getting raw materials to come somewhere. We have helped a lot of MSMEs who are in trouble so that essential items production should not be stopped. And still we are into it, and we have a full report of what we have done, and on a daily basis we are reporting to the ministry how we are helping the entrepreneurs. Only what I need, you have to project your problems, and we'll try to find out solutions. So association support is needed at this juncture. So once again, I thank Laghudev Bharti for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
So before I open the floor to the participants, a couple of questions have already been keyed in, sir. Mr. Suresh is asking, though this is epidemic is temporarily hit, but MSME's hit is massive and long term. How do you see, or can we see fiscal year 2021-22 as an MSME?
See, not only MSMEs, every sector is being hit, but certain sectors are only, as per my knowledge, as per the report received, the severely hit sectors are mainly livestock, retail, non-food items retail, and the wholesale sector, which is non-food items, logistics sector, and entertainment sector. These are very severely hit. So severely hit sectors will take at least more than a year to recover. But moderately hit are drugs and pharmaceuticals, textiles, metals. These are moderately hit. Moderately hit means within up to 6 months they are likely to. Within 6 months they are likely to recover. And there is one more category, highly hit. The high impact is on automotive, then banking, electronics, and MSMEs. MSMEs come under high effectiveness. High effectiveness, they predict that 7 to 12 months the effect is going. Let's hope let the ministry and together to solve this problem as soon as possible.
So there's a question from Mr. CSV Prasad. Government is only harping on easy finance to MSMEs, but not offering any financial support.
Is it clear?
Can you hear me, sir? Akada, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a question from Mr. CSV Prasad. Government is only harping on easy finance to MSMEs, but not offering any financial support.
Financial support for who?
MSMEs.
In fact, can you repeat it, please?
So government is only talking about easy finance to MSMEs, but not offering any financial support to them. Can you hear me, sir?
No, I can hear.
Excuse me, Narayan Prasanna here. Yeah. He is asking, instead of financing, any financial grants or supports are expected from government.
Yeah. The grants, I don't think it is going to roll out as soon as possible. Government may be planning now. I think Mr. Gopinath Rao, do you have any input from the bankers? I think he will be able to help. Gopinath Rao?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
As such, no, sir, as my director has already mentioned, as such, there is no grant from the from the bankers, from the government side. But at the same time, all the bankers know they have come out with the 10% of the CC limit, what they are given, including SIDBI also they have come out. And recently, the Canara Bank they put the slab from 10% to 35%, but again they are restricted to 10% now. So that is a circular they are given only for the cash limit. That only they have given. It's not a grant. It's only 3 months period loan or 24 months repayment period, including 6 months moratorium period. They have given. That is a provision they have given to make the unit to run and have a cash limit in their hands. That is the thing they have made. But as such, from the government side, there's only, as usual, we have all our MSME schemes, so that can be utilized for the future things.
Mr. Aditya has a question, sir.
Yes.
What are the initiatives for skill development? How can MSMEs take the benefits of such schemes?
Skill development, of course, we are organizing need-based skill development programs. But of course, we need a group of people to organize such programs in a group, at least 15 to 20 people. If they come in a group, then we can organize a need-based skill development program. So many are being organized in our, I think Mr. Rao also organized, Mr. Gopinath Rao, he also organized many of the programs.
Sir, regarding the skill program for the, so can you please repeat the question, please?
He's asking what are the initiatives for skill development? How can MSME take benefit of such schemes?
Sir, actually, see, we have identified certain sectors where we can give more focus on skill development, because industry need different sectors need different kind of skill development programs. For example, apparel need different, and food processing they need different, engineering side they need different training programs. So we are using the in-house training program in our office, one sector, one part, another where we are doing apparel training, as well as for the workshop we are using for the mechanical side, and the glass and ceramics, and then the chemical products and electrical repair and winding, that is electrical sections. So these are the things we are in-house training program. Whereas when you take the other part of training programs, we are tying up with the external agencies, knowing their infrastructures, and doing a lot of training program with them, so that that can be linked to the industrial side. And the same time, one after completing the training programs, you are also having a link with the associations or industry. Sometimes the industry themselves they come for MSMEs to take the trained people. That is also we are taking initiatives.
And Ms. Pratibha has a question, sir. Is there any permission granted by government to open MSME? What is the status of this?
Yes, can you repeat?
Is there any permission granted by government to open MSME? What is the status of this?
Certain sectors are already given permission to open, especially the food processing and essential items for medical supplies.
Agribusiness.
Yeah, which are most essential services are already open. I think they can operate with 50% of the workforce. I think that list is already published.
And Mr. Raman is asking a question, sir. We are expected to pay salaries for all the staff, but working capital is still a challenge. Any specific support is available for that?
Yeah, Mr. Rao, can you?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. The bankers, now we are mainly focusing on working capital for the MSMEs. That is the main crunch MSME is facing. So here, the bankers have come with that little short-term support. That is 10% of the CC limit. There we can use. Other than that, the regular conventional type of training, loan disbursement that is going on. But especially for this COVID, that is they have the COVID emergency fund. That also the bankers they can 10% of that utilize. Example I wanted to share here. So one of the unit in Mysore is doing a lot of work for the defense, where their OD limit is around 50 crores, but hardly they are getting 5 crores for their CC limit of that requirement. But that is not at all enough. But what is the condition they have put? That is only thing. Another thing is these COVID emergency funds, that is which is required for the working capital, that has to be cleared by the committee, individual bankers committee. Also, they have to be done only in the headquarters. For example, Canara Bank means all the units which are applied for the COVID emergency fund sanctions, that file application has to come to Bangalore for headquarters, and the committee, they will scrutinize all the application form, then only they will release it. And of course, they are doing very fast. But I got it from the banker side is they are doing very fast, especially Canara Bank doing very fast. Almost 1,000 cases they have cleared within a short of 2-3 weeks. They have cleared more than 1,000 cases. They have discussed as per the discussion the DGM. But the bankers are doing proactive, especially this period. So units are maybe taking advantage of this and having a link with the respect to their banks.
Okay, a participant is asking, sir, what benefits are available to IT startups classified as MSMEs, especially in Tier 2 towns? Are there any financial support extended by the governments, as they are asking to continue with 100% employment and 100% pay?
There was some audio interruption.
Yeah, are there any benefits for IT startups classified as MSMEs?
No, as such, there is no such policy. So they get only some benefit under Startup India scheme. But from Ministry of MSME, there is nothing specific about IT startups.
There's a question from Geetanjali Dar, sir. How can a micro enterprise in the service industry survive, and what relief package are being offered?
Service in general?
Yes, sir.
There is nothing specific. It's not a service industry. Certain sectors only.
It is for tourism, sir. I was asking for tourism.
Tourism, I think there is a separate ministry. So as an MSME tourism sector, of course, we have not announced anything, but we expect Ministry of Tourism to, announce something soon.
Yeah, but it is already 2 months, sir. We have been waiting.
Yes, it is a severely hit sector. I know tourism is a very severely hit sector, and it will take more than 1 year to recover. And let's hope, or if you have a association or organization, if you have an association, you better represent to the Ministry of Tourism, because the Ministry of MSME has schemes for MSME sector, of course, but tourism as a sector, if you see the Ministry of Tourism, it is their domain. I think they should announce something.
Yeah, but we have registered in MSME as micro enterprise, right?
That's true. Of course, anything announced for MSMEs, what are the schemes, they are applicable to you.
Okay.
But nothing like tourism in particular, like that. Similarly, for textiles, this also same thing will apply. Textiles also, because textile ministry will have the separate schemes for the textiles.
Yeah, but you should also represent us, because we are all part of MSME, right?
Certainly, ma'am. You do one thing. You just write to us. I'll be sharing our email ID. You do represent not only a single person. If you have a group, it will be better. It will be easy to take up. Okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, the floor is open. Please go ahead and ask the questions.
Sir,
One at a time, please.
can you hear me, sir? Srinivasan here.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir, Akadas, sir, and thank you for coming over to our this invite for this meeting with the entrepreneurs.
Thank you.
So my question to you, or a suggestion to you, is, we are a lot of our MSME are suppliers to public sector undertaking and also to PSUs and Bharat Sanchar Nigam and all the government sector.
Yes.
Earlier we had a this one, Form D, under which we used to supply at 4% rate of central excise and duty. But now we have to pay 18% for all our supplies to all the tenderers, thereby the MSME, the working capital is forever blocked, because never we realize the money, whether it is for 45 days, it takes not less than 5 to 6 months for realization. And the second point, sir, I wanted to request you, MSME, to write to Government of Karnataka on the e-procurement for helping MSMEs and startup participate in the tender and give the tenderers instead of to L1 up to L6 at L1 prices. So many startups and many more companies will get the business equally divided among themselves in this difficult circumstances. Everybody will get an opportunity. Thank you very much for your work.
It's a good suggestion. I think you just write to us. We'll try to take up, because L1, L2, these procedures come under the government financial rules. GFR, it will take time to correct or amendment, bring amendment to this GFR. And moreover, for supplies to public sector units, there is a scheme called trade scheme is there. For that you can just speak to trade scheme. You just speak to the bankers. That will help you a lot.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sir, trade is one. Hello, can I interrupt?
Yes.
Mr. Srinivasan can just see that trade scheme where the bankers and the MSMEs, they have a common platform where you can, once you submit the bill, automatically it will be bill discounting will be there online itself with the 3-4 bankers. So that based on their this one, what do you call discount? Discount. You can just choose which bank you can go for at the lowest rate of interest, and immediately it will be, once you select the bank, it automatically amount will be credited to your account, and it is the rest of the things between the buyer and the supplier and the bankers. They have got a link. Then you will be come out of the system. So your money is saved. So that is the things we have to know. MSMEs, they have to look after this trade scheme. It's the best platform now.
Sir, Gopinath sir, I agree with you. But once again, the MSME has to put in all the charges of the extra rate of interest, processing charges and other things. That itself is a huge amount of money.
No, correct. This is just to see, even COVID emergency fund, what government has, now the bankers now have come out with a new funding pattern. It is just to give a support to the industries to make use of the opportunity or situation to overcome the difficulties. Because all of us MSMEs are facing the cash crunch. To overcome this, certainly they need a fund now to pay the salaries and the working capital they need now. To overcome that one, at least it's the rest. Those who are particular need of that money, then only they can go for that. For that only it is there. Those who have got a surplus money, they did no need. Just to help them. This is the thing.
Thank you.
Similar way that is also.
Sir, Gopinath sir.
One more thing. Somebody asked me about questions of tier 2 that the startup funding.
Yes.
So those people who want to go for, suppose government, as per our schemes are there, CGTMSME or other normal schemes are there, but you can go to angel fundings. So Indian Angel Networks, Mumbai Angels, and as well as Hyderabad Angels. So list of Indian angels. The angel funding, you can go through that. They are ready to fund it for these 2-tier and tier 3 cities startups. But that's a good opportunities. They can utilize these schemes for funding of their projects.
Yes, Mr. Suresh.
Yeah, Akadas ji, it was a wonderful presentation, exceptionally good. Gopinath sir, you were talking about the external agencies being involved for skill development. We are a small 19-year-old company. We have trained around 49,000 people in cross sections and cross domains. If I want to be part of the system, that what you said, sir, Gopinath sir, how can I get involved?
Sir, first we have to identify what type of training programs you are providing, what is the infrastructure with you, and what is the requirement, and whether
I can take it up offline with you, sir, if I can have your email ID.
That's okay. I will share my email.
Yeah, please share your email ID.
So Mr. Girish Gumaste has a question, sir. The 10% term loan offered by any bank is as a relief. But again, the bank is doing business with customers by charging all the bank charges and interest. Is this called a relief? Akada, sir.
Can you just repeat? And there is some problem.
Mr. Girish is asking the 10% term loan offered by any bank as a relief. But again, the bank is doing business with customers by charging all bank charges and interest. So is this called any relief?
See, I'm not aware of this because see, bankers are supposed to implement the which are rules and schemes which are formulated by the RBI. Of course, if there is some problem or which they are doing out of the way, we have every right to complain over it. So bankers generally they follow their own rules which are guided by the RBI. Yeah, is it clear?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Akadas sir, this is Satish Kota from Varta Mitra and India Times. This is related to the question on bringing in foreign investment into India. Just 2 days back, our MSME minister, Sri Nitin Gadkari ji, had an interview with CNN News, and he said this should be a good opportunity for Indian businesses to get investments and all into India. However, as you rightly mentioned right in the beginning of this session, that much of the businesses are actually going to Vietnam, Thailand, and some also towards Africa. And for some reason, I also feel that looking at a lot of activities that's happening, that India seems to be losing its race, or we might miss the bus. In that regards, also in my previous discussions with both Mrs. Alka Arora ji from the MSME department, as well as Mr. Harish Rao of the Ministry of External Affairs Economic Divisions, they were telling, yes, we are trying to do some activities around that. What are the activities? Has there any activities that has been done or planned between the Ministry of External Affairs as well as the MSME Ministry in order to showcase India as the destination for investments for any manufacturing aspect, number one? And number two, how can an MSME take the benefit of it? Because whenever MEA is going to promote investments into India, they are going to look at large investments, which means setting up of large opportunities.
Question,
and large
please. What is your question?
My big question is that only. Is there any activity between MSME department, ministry, and the Ministry of External Affairs in bringing investments directly to India for the benefit of the MSME?
Of course, such efforts are always on from the Ministry of External Affairs and Ministry of MSME. These are continuous efforts going on. No doubt, it is always there. But of course, as you said, the delegation generally, accompanied by our large industries, corporate houses. Of course, you are also well aware because large industries again depend on the MSMEs. Who is the supporting the pillars of industries? Large industries are MSMEs. Finally, everything comes to MSMEs because generally this FDI in MSMEs is a direct effort rather than organizing big global investors meet. Here, I think MSMEs may not have a direct benefit, but whereas a direct collaboration or a direct B2B interactions always result in MSME FDIs. This is my observation.
Sir, has there been any discussion or an activity that has come out between MSME department and the MEA around this space?
No, not at our field level. It happens in our head office level at Delhi.
Yeah, but do you have any knowledge of such?
No, we have a separate section for FDI.
Okay.
And they attend regular meetings once in a month with the MEA people. And all these FDIs are being discussed and which are being cleared every month.
Okay. No, because when I interacted with Alka Arora madam 2-3 months back, she mentioned exclusively that we are working out with Harish Rao, who is the economic sections of MEA, and said that especially for MSME, we are going to come out with something. Now that COVID has come into picture, I think that should be a golden opportunity for both the department and MSME ministries to work together and bring something in.
Certainly, I think certainly it will come. We are planning all those things. You can wait for another 1 or 2 months. I think a lot of things are going to happen.
Mr. Yagnesh, you have a question? Mr. Yagnesh? You raised your hand. Mr. Yagnesh, please go ahead. Ms. Amala?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Sir. Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yes.
Sir, one of my client has to pay me the payment for the work done. There is delay in payment from Jan to March. Now from after March, they started saying like COVID. I have filed a complaint in MSME Samadhan in March 25th. It's been 30 days, still it has not converted into case. Hello. Hello.
We can hear you. Akada sir?
Can you send a copy to us? Because nowadays we are receiving a lot of such complaints and we are trying to take up with the concerned authorities.
Okay.
We have a section, of course, I have already shared our email ID in this chat. So you can send the details. We'll try to take up.
Could you please share the email ID, sir?
It's there in
Yeah,
the
we'll
group.
share that. We'll share it. We'll share it. Yeah. Mr. BC
Amala, you
Kiran?
can send,
Okay,
Amala, you
BC
can send me in my mail.
Okay, sir.
Sir, what's your mail ID, sir? Gopinath, sir?
Anyway, our office mail ID
Yeah,
is
we'll
there.
share that, Mr.
Yeah,
Suresh.
that
Will
is
share
Right,
it
right,
with you.
right. Thanks.
Mr. BC Kiran, please.
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ಹಾಸನದಿಂದ ಕಾಲ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದೇನಂದ್ರೆ MSME ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಗ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಸನದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾರ ನಾವು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಅದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇರೋದು.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನೀವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಐಡಿ ಇದೆ, ಇಮೇಲ್ ಐಡಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಸೀದಾ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ಇಲ್ದ್ರೆ ಹಾಸನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಬ್ಬ ಆಫೀಸರ್, ಎವ್ರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ನೋಡಲ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕಾರ್ತಿಕೇಯನ್ ಅಂತ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಇಮೇಲ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಹಾಗೆ ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್. ಹಾಸನದಿಂದ ಹೆಸರು, ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್.
ಓಕೆ,
ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಚಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್.
Sir, is there any new loan we can avail?
New loan?
Yeah.
I think SIDBI has a scheme which they are giving up to 50 lakhs to 1 crore at 5%.
Okay.
For manufacturing some essential items which are required for COVID, to tackle COVID-19. It may be a medical auxiliary item.
For agriculture,
or consumables. Agriculture, I don't think. Mr. Gopinath Rao, any idea for agriculture? Any new loans?
No, sir. At present, only medical appliances.
Yeah, medical appliances and auxiliary items, mask and ventilators, such things.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Somnath. Mr. Somnath, you have raised your hand. Please go ahead with the question. Yes, Mr. Somnath, please go ahead with your question. Okay, anybody else?
Here I am Narayan Prasanna again.
Yes, sir, please.
Sir, in your presentation, you have mentioned long-term projects of around 7 projects funded by ADB or so. And whether all the 7 projects are in force now, or it is yet to start, in what stage it is, sir?
Yeah, yet to start. In fact, they are just being, some are cleared by the board, and 3 projects are still under preparation. Only 4 are just cleared. I think in the coming financial year.
Whether you can brief those 7 projects, sir, so that we'll be with more clarity on that.
We just got this information last week, and the details are expected. Even we don't know the details.
Oh, okay. And sir, one more question: whether that MSME code, whether it is finalized or when it is expected to be released, sir?
No, actually, by now it should have been ready, but because of this COVID problem, another 1 or 2 months it will take.
Okay.
Because now DC has been changed, secretaries changed, so they would like to change also. We don't know.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So there is a question from Mr. Rajan Chowdhury. Will MSME workers be able to maintain required parameters mentioned by the government health protocol basically? Will they be able to survive just by wearing masks?
Right now, I think in whatever government is giving, we have to follow it. That's all. Because only doctors can comment more on this, because whatever the government has given a notification about the work ethics or what is the code of the safety precautions, it is all finalized in consultation with the medical staff only. So we'll have to just follow it.
The floor is open. Please go ahead and ask the question.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mr. Prakash.
This is Prakash here. I just want to know, since the imports from China are now shifting to India, India has got better opportunities in future to export. MSMEs can participate in a big way. And is there any chance that MSME Institute is going to help in establishing plug and play sheds for either expansion or for new startups?
Yeah, I've already mentioned it's one of the upcoming projects with Asian Development Bank. So we'll have to wait for some time. Hopefully by this, in this financial year only, we are going to set up plug and play centers.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Hello?
Please go ahead.
Surila. Hello?
Please go on.
Sir, ಇವಾಗ ಕೆಲವು ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಡ್ ಝೋನ್ ಇಲ್ದೇ ಇರೋ ಕಡೆ ದೇ ಮೇ ಸೇ ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಟು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ನನ್ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಮೆಟ್ರಲ್ ಬೇರೆ ಹೊರ ರಾಜ್ಯದಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಗೇನಾಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂನಾ ಮುಂಬೈ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಡ್ ಝೋನ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಇದು ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಏನು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫಿಯರ್.
ಹೌದು, ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡೋರು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಫರ್ದರ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ ನಾವ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸರಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹಂಗೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಪೋನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೊಡೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿಲಿರೋ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಈಗ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡೆ ಇದೆ ಇದು.
ಹ್ಮ್ ಸರ್, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಈಗ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಇದು ಆಟೋಸ್ ಲಗೇಜ್ ಗಾಡಿಗಳೇನು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
I think hopefully ಈಗ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಇನ್ ಮುಂದೆ. Then we'll have to wait for it. Everyone is helpless now.
Sir, one question, Akada sir.
Yeah.
Most of the loans are currently concentrated towards manufacturing sector. How are services sectors going to be benefited, sir?
No, I don't think. Even services are equally important. Services are also given equal importance in the MSMEs.
Mr. Navale. Yeah, Dr. Niranjana, please.
Sir, just I wanted to ask about to elaborate on agri enterprise. I think that was answered. I think there is answered now because of COVID. It is not covered. Already it was answered.
Yeah.
And no, whenever we take up agri issues, is it with the DBT and ICR or MS? Like what is the?
The agri sector, of course, we are giving more importance now, especially the clusters. We have identified more than 700 rural agri clusters now, which we are going to take up interventions in this financial year.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, there are several same questions have been raised by several people, sir. This is related to MSMEs are suffering due to COVID, and we have to pay salaries to the employees. Is the government going to compensate for the losses?
Mr. Rao, can you just take up this question?
Sir, as usual, this is a part of working capital, but here the government, they are asking the grant or something from the government side, which is not possible. As present also, we are not received any communication that only thing they have to approach the bankers for getting the extra fund, working capital fund under that OD facility of CC limit. That's only the options they are left out.
Any more questions?
Good evening, sir. This is Kandoji Navale.
Yes. Please go ahead, sir.
Sir, our customer is into medical services. They are operating from the day one of lockdown. They need we are supplying to them for many items. So they need our support, but we don't have permission to open our factory or operate the machine. So how do we get the permission? Whom to approach?
So where are you located?
Pune, sir. Pune industrial area.
I think if, the DC has to give the permission. See, your item comes under essential services, I think.
Yes, sir. It's not actually, we are into the many segment, but we are also supplying to our customer, like they are into the medical segment, essential services.
So you're linked to medical supplies. So that way you have to write, or you write to us. We'll try to.
Fine, sir. I'll send a mail and we'll speak with
okay,
support.
we'll write to DC. Just write what are your product and how it is linked to medical supplies.
Sure, sir, definitely.
Sir, here I want to take one mention here. Same problems with many of the products. For example, especially medical supplies is a ventilator. Where ventilators also needs a PCB. The PCB manufacturer as ventilator manufacturers are allowed to open. So this is some of the understood. So they are permission given. So I have given the mail also. Particular mail is there. State government has given mail. So that they can send a request as per the format they are given, enclosing their MSME certificates and all the requirement. Any order is there from the particular medical supplies, then attaching all the documents, you have to send it in the mail. Then they'll give the opportunity.
We can take one last question.
Sir, this is Sendil here.
What, Mr. Sendil?
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding the community mask export is banned. Why is that, sir?
Which community?
Community masks.
Of course, it's a policy decision by the government because already there is a lot of hoarding, there is a short supply of masks and existing masks are being sold at exorbitant rates. So government want to control that. So once the situation eases, I think it's just like onion and potato supplies. So sometimes the government bans onions also because of the increasing prices. Similarly, of course, these decisions or these policy matters will change time to time.
Okay, when can we expect, sir, any changes or quality, something like?
I think it should happen soon because already the market is being flooded now with masks. Once there is a plenty in the market, then the government will get a feedback and then they will take the decision.
Okay. Sir, whether MSME
European.
Yes, sir, European, and even, sir, in our normal local market also, if MSMEs can take charge, the prices could be brought and there can be a bar prices such that people can sell the same this price. That could be done, no, sir?
Yes, it's a good idea. Like farmers selling directly their produce, so that will bring the cost down. Yeah, I think that's why I am asking again and again to associations come up with such ideas. We can recommend to the government and let there be a marketplace for MSMEs.
Fine, sir. Gopinath sir is already in touch and is helping definitely with solutions, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you to both the top officials who have participated with us today. I'm sure it was quite an exhaustive presentation for both of you. Mr. Srinivasan, can you please conclude?
Sir, will we be able to get access to the presentation?
Yeah, we will share it to you, Mr. Kota. Mr. Srinivasan, can you please conclude the session?
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Shekhar, for organizing the event. And I also thank my office bearers of Laghu Udyog Bharati. And more and very important is the director, Mr. Akkadas, has taken his time out to be with us today. And Mr. Mr. Gopinath Rao, also from MSMEDI, who has handheld more than 100 women entrepreneurs of Laghu Udyog Bharati. And I thank you very much for both of you for taking the time out today. And I thank all the members. And the last but not the least, I should thank immediate past president of CASIA, Mr. Basavaraj Javali from Belgaum. He has also participated. I thank him for his valuable time. And once again, we'll meet again in the next forum in the coming days. Thank you, Shekhar.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Srinivasan.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಕ್ಕದಾಸ್ ಅವರೇ, ಗೋಪಿನಾಥ್ ಸರ್. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Thank you, Prasanna.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್,
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಜವಳಿ ಅವರೇ.
ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಾಳೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಾ ನಮಗೆ?
ಹಾ, ನಾಳೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks sir.
Thank you
everybody.
Thank you P. Kumarji. Thank you. Namaskar Anna. Namaskar Anna.